my name is Aditi.
Today we will be looking at real-life applications of the Pythagorean theorem.
Hope you enjoy.
Darn it! This TV isn't working. Oh my gosh, what happened? Why are you screaming?
It's stuck on subscribe chicken. Weird.
I wouldn't be complaining. I love subscribe chicken. Speaking of subscribing,
Should we get a new TV?
Yeah, but nothing fits as perfectly as this one.
Darn it, I forgot the size of the TV.
I wonder how to calculate the size of the TV.
Let's find out on today's Sunday Science.
Through the years, the TVs we know and love have evolved from round, curved screens to flat screen TVs today. Something you may or may not have noticed about TV sizing is how it is always sized by the diagonal. Why is that? And how can we find out how large our TVs are? Well, first, we need to go into the history of TVs and why diagonals were used as the way of measuring the relative sizes of TVs. In the olden days, TVs had curved screens of glass. The way these TVs worked was that there was a vacuum, pipe, or chamber that projected an image onto a concave or glass screen. These TVs were often circular or round, and they were measured by the diameter. When TVs became in rectangular shapes and became more common, they started using the diagonal in the same way that the diameter was used. They also found it easier to use the diagonal because it's only one number as opposed to saying the width and the height. Now back to our current problem. Our friends need help finding the size of their TV. Thankfully, there's a mathematical equation we can use to find the diagonal of our rectangular television. This is called the Pythagorean Theorem. It states that any right-angled triangle has the property that the square of one side plus the square of another side will equal the square of the largest side, which is mathematically known as the hypotenuse. We went back and found the sides of our TV. One had the side of 27.5, while another had the side of 15.75. With our equation, we can say that the square of 27.5 plus the square of 15.75 will equal the square of our diagonal. So the square of 27.5 is 756.25, and the square of 15.75 is 248.062. Their addition equals 1004.3125. I know it's a large number, but when we find the root of it, we find that it's 31.69. We can round that to 32 and say that the diagonal of our rectangle is equal to 32. So that means the diagonal, or the size of our rectangle, is also 32.
Oh, that was super interesting.
It was.
Thank you for watching and see you next Sunday.
Bye.